Hey, welcome back to Case Break Analysis. I'm JT, and this is another case break simulation. Today we got 2020-21 Upper Deck The Cup hockey. Now, this is 2020, 2021, and I'm coming to you from the year 2023. I'm not a time traveler. This set is just insanely late. I'm not sure what the deal is there, but let's kick it off. Let's go. So I simulate all of these case breaks, and I tell you what team you're going to get. What is this product? Well, this is Upper Deck's probably one of their most high-end products. It is very high ROI, very, very low print run, very low what I'm calling output here. Autograph collectors and memorabilia collectors, this is the set you should bathe in. This is the best set. There's patches, there's RPAs, there's autographs, there's on-card autographs, very low sticker autograph numbers, and some of these patches are absolutely unreal. I'm going to come out and I'm going to say right now, and I'm going to admit that I think Upper Deck, of the companies, Panini, Topps, and Upper Deck is the best top tier card maker. It is unfortunate that they don't do baseball, basketball, and football, because the product that they put out for hockey is really unmatched. Yes, there's Transcendent, and yes, there's National Treasures, and those are great, but Upper Deck puts out just unreal products all year. And unlike Panini, who makes insert sets that make absolutely no sense at all, Upper Deck's insert sets are collectible and have a point and purpose. So that's it. I'll probably try to not say that again, but I think Upper Deck is the best of the companies, and I wish they did baseball cards, because that's what I collect the most of. The base set here is numbered to 249, so no matter what, you're going to get parallels. You're going to get cards with the print run printed on or stamped on the card. That is awesome. It's a very low output. You get 36 cards in the entire case, whereas if you go and watch the Don Russ football video, you're getting like thousands of cards per case. You're getting 36. This product comes out on the 23rd of February, and in a box break, you're going to get one. Well, let's just skip that and go to the case breaks. You're going to get 6 RPAs, 6 additional autographs that can be any of the rookie, veteran, or legends. You're going to get another 6 autographs that don't have a patch in them. Then you're going to get 12 non-autograph cards that might be a redemption, which doesn't really make sense because it said non-autographs. But anyway, you're going to get patches and jerseys, pucks, sticks, stuff like that, or printing plates. And then the base set, which is, of course, numbered to 249. You actually only get 1 base card per tin. These come in tins, and then you only get 6 for the whole case. That's incredibly low. Now, aesthetically, I think that this set rivals some of the best cards that they make. This is not a base card. I wasn't even able to find one for 2023, but they'll be out tomorrow, so might as well just look online. The cup has just incredibly nice cards. I would probably compare it to... I think I actually did compare it somewhere later, so we'll talk about that. Maybe Origins, or no, it's not like Origins, not at all. So Beckett says that this is the super high-end mix of autographs, memorabilia, and other cards that make this brand the premium pinnacle of the sport. I would have to agree, although again, even though the cup is just a little bit better than everything else, Upper Deck does put out some absolute fire in other sets, like patches that you can't get anywhere else. It does help that hockey has some very colorful jerseys, sweaters, that, as they call them, and stuff like that. So there's a lot of uniqueness about it. But here's your NHL collection set, numbered, autographed, and a patch. That's cool. That's I think that's leather. I'm not even sure what that is. But it's sweet. Here's some. I'm just going to run through what some of these cards look like. Limited logos, and I'll stop at the one that I think is the best. Foundations is cool. Home and away is pretty sweet, because a lot of times we get jersey cards and they're like blue or white, and it doesn't matter. This actually tells you, okay, this is a home jersey, this is an away jersey, and there's even some multicolor patches in there. So that's pretty cool. Monumental. I think this is the set that people try to put together the entire logo. I think I saw a Sabres one last year, and there's an autographed version of that. That's pretty cool. I imagine a lot of these pens might run off. This is a very small area. Might run off. And then there's these booklet cards. This is a booklet with an autograph on one side and a logo on the other. So this is typically a branded logo like Adidas, or it might be, you know, some hockey brand, whatever. And then there's your parallels for what the signature memorabilia combinations. Sticks, you get some stick stuff in there. That's a 1-of-1 with an autograph. This is my favorite right here, the CA set, Captains United CA. So you're going to get the captain and the assistant captain. You're going to get the actual letters they wear on their chest in a booklet. That is so awesome. What an awesome card that is. I don't know if they've ever done that before, but I love it. So that's what you get there. Here's your another. This Brilliance thing, I think, is an extension from either a previous year of the cup or another set altogether. And then lamp lighters. This is probably I like it because it's got a Blackhawks player on it. But other than that, this is this is a cheaper looking set. I think this lamp lighters. It kind of gives it like a this die cut. Kind of gives it like an old Pacific kind of look when they're doing these, you know, die cut type cards with like lamp lighters. I don't know. It's kind of a stupid name. But I get it. It's probably hard to come up with these. But like, look at this booklet, and like the font is just perfectly on point. There's these silhouettes and then there's the foreground where they're in there, and it's just like such an elegant card. And then you got lamp lighters. It's like, I don't know. It's like the gas station of the set. So nothing wrong with gas stations, just not as nice as you know, a steakhouse. And then there's this looks a lot like what is it? It's blanking on me. Goodwin, right? Goodwin, where they just have like suits and athletic shirts and shorts with no logos on them. That's what this kind of reminds me of here. That's another one. And then the printing plates, they actually have extended the printing plates from Upper Deck Series 1 and 2. So you're going to get printing plates from those sets in this set. And I think these are booklets where you get all 4 of them. That's pretty awesome. In my opinion, that's awesome. And then Exquisite, I don't really understand how the Exquisite thing works. Is this a series that goes the entire year? But I don't know. But this installment is in the cup, and here's what that looks like. Pretty cool there. And there's another version of Exquisite. Okay, checklist strength. I tier them. A player can be either a 1 through 5. 1 being this, if you get this card, there's a chance you're not going to sell it. It's just going to sit in a box in your house. 2 means you probably could sell it, but you're going to have to sell it at a loss. Then you break even, then probably profitable, and then 5 is like guaranteed. We're talking Wayne Gretzky, Connor McDavid, guys like that. Oh, I forgot to take this out of the Don Russ one. My bad. I'm reusing a lot of these templates. This is not true. This is not a mediocre set. Ignore that. I wish, man, I got to put something over that. Don't just ignore that part. I feel bad for that, so I'll just jump past it. $7,500 at Steel City for a case of the cup. Now, if you want to buy into this based solely on the type of card you're chasing, autographs, memorabilia, exquisite even, or you know, insert cards, here's how you could do that. There are this number, and take screenshots, guys, so that you could use this in your purchasing. All of these prices are to cover the cost of a case if the breaker was to buy it at Steel City. So the number of unique autograph variants is 73 for the Rangers, but that doesn't mean that that's the total number of cards in the set. Again, remember, just because that's the number of unique cards, the print runs might actually equal more than that. So that's just important to know what the print runs are. And some of them we don't know. So even though the Canucks don't have the most cards in this set, unique cards, they actually have the most autographs. So if you're going just off the checklist, the Breakers websites where they just put the checklists on there, you're going to go and buy the Rangers. You're going to buy the Canadians. But guess what? You should buy the Canucks, the Golden Knights, because they have the most cards. And we're talking by hundreds of cards, by almost 300 cards, the Canucks have more than the Rangers. So here, that's how it's broken down. Now, if you're in an auction or you're trying to debate, like, how much should I pay for the Canucks? Well, based on the distribution of how many cards the Canucks have in this set it's almost worth paying up to $514. You're going to have to pay quite a lot of money. Now, I don't know how they break it down because I know that a lot of these breakers, they try to split the price by the most sought after teams. Now, now we're going to talk about value in a minute. But if you're just chasing hits, I'm telling you, it's worth paying a little more for these teams that have more cards. Okay, now if we're going off just inserts, there's not a lot. So the Lightning have 12, but if we're going off of the total number of inserts, the Blackhawks actually have 1,992. And now remember, there's a lot of former players and current players. So while the rookies in this set are valuable, you might find a lot of players that you don't normally find. Blackhawks players from the past. That some of the teams like the Avalanche might not have as deep of a history as the Blackhawks. So that's a good point for these inserts. Now, I don't know that a lot of people are buying based on how many inserts, but certainly off memorabilia, because the memorabilia in this set is unbelievable. And in that case, the most unique cards come from the multi-team set. So booklets with 3 different people from 3 different teams. But let's just look at the breakdown of the total number. So the Kings have the most individual memorabilia, non-autographed memorabilia cards in this set. You could pay between $368 and $533 and probably make, memorabilia cards, who knows? But you could probably be the person who hits the most. I don't know if you'll make that money back. I don't know about ROI at the memorabilia level. But take your screenshots there. Who has the least amount of memorabilia? Well, looks like the Tampa Bay Panthers. The Pittsburgh Penguins, of current NHL teams, have the least. And we'll do the same for autographs in case I didn't do that. The least there. There's some interesting teams in here. Here you go. So those are the teams with the least amount of autographs. And if we're going off of let's see, we did memorabilia. Now exquisite. Who has the most exquisite cards? If you're chasing those sets, Team Canada has the most. And then the Sharks, then the Rangers, and the Blues. There you go. This is a price that you could probably feel comfortable paying. Now we're moving on to checklist strength. So I put this checklist at 3.5 out of 5. That's not great. But the reason is because some of the players who should have higher interest, like Connor McDavid, has low interest for some reason. So I base the checklist strength off of popularity and talent. The popularity is strictly based on how often people are searching for memorabilia and cards of players, specifically hockey players, for this set. So then I add those all up. For each player that's in this set from the Bruins, I have a score of search interest, and then I aggregate those by all the players on the Bruins. So if we want to look at which team has the highest valued currently checklist set, it would be the Vegas Golden Knights. And what this is every single card in the cup plus the print runs times the print runs, really. I add up all the 5s, all the 4s, the 3s, the 2s, the 1s. That's what it comes to 18,000 for the Golden Knights. I know that doesn't mean a lot to you, but what I'm trying to say is that there's currently a lot of interest in the players on this team, and there's currently a lot of searching for their memorabilia and cards. So if you pay more, I'm not saying you should pay $600. Again, you buy into these breaks, disclaimer, it's all up to you. I take no responsibility. But I'm saying that if you paid more for the Golden Knights, the payoff should be there. Because even if you hit less cards, the value should be greater, and or you should be able to flip or get rid of those cards much quicker than any other team. The Oilers obviously are going to be up there. They have a high value. They have Connor McDavid, I think, right? I just totally spaced on that. But anyway, the Rangers, the Wild, the Sabres, Blackhawks are down here. That's my team. They have value. Kane and Taves, obviously, real good. And I was surprised to see some of the players that I like being so low. Anyway, for insert cards, the highest value. Oh, here's the lowest value on autographs. Your lowest value is going to be these teams here. So watch out for those. You might think, oh, I'm gonna buy into the Hurricanes, but the value is just not there. It's just not there. People don't care about the players that are in this checklist from that team. Now inserts, the Blackhawks again, high value. They have a lot of cards in the inserts, and they have a lot of good players with high interest. Same thing for memorabilia. We have the Kings, the Blackhawks, the Stars. So there you go. There and again, I'm not saying you should pay $670 for the Kings. I'm saying that based on the distribution, if we just went off search interest and talent, $670 should be where they'd be priced. That's what I'm saying. No one's gonna pay that probably for one team, but these are expensive cases. And then exquisite by team. There you go. Take that screenshot. Now the distribution of these tiers 1 through 5 for this set weekly, the average weekly search interest by player kind of looks like this distribution. So we have the most 3s. There's also more 4s than there are 2s, which is not how Don Russ football was. So that kind of shows you that this is a higher end product with a better distribution of players. I had Don Russ probably around somewhere in the high 2s. This is in 3.5, maybe even higher, maybe like a 3.8, 3.75, 3.8, somewhere like that. And then if we look at, instead of aggregating by week, we aggregate by month. Over the last 12 months, the average, it looks like this. Now we have more lower because the interest on a week-to-week basis might actually be more frequent than if we aggregate by month. There might be weeks where it's absolute zero. And so that's what would do that. And then if we look at the whole year as a whole, now we're kind of leaning towards the other side. A lot of 2s, a lot of players who don't have a lot of interest, a lot of players who might be less talented, or their memorabilia and sports cards aren't being searched as often. That's where the checklist, it's kind of weird. That's so over the year, the average number leans this way. So what I do is I use for this graph here, I use the one with the best distribution, which would be this one here, the weekly, and that's what I use. So you're actually seeing that. Now I simulate these case breaks, and I'm just going to tell you what these sets have, what the simulations were. That way I've given you 3 options. You can either look at which team has the most unique cards. You can look at which team has the most total cards after you calculate the print runs. Or you can look at what my simulations have done. So this is just the checklist, no simulation, just to show you what are the rarest cards. What's the most common? Base, obviously. What are the rarest cards in the cup? Well, this a 1 of 1 from the black foil autograph update set is, there's only one, and there's only one. It's a 1 of 1. So if you get a 1 of 1 black foil, well, that's the rarest card in the set. Also the black foil variation auto with this 17-18 look to it. Then there's the 18-19 update. I'm not sure how these update cards work. I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm not sure what all this stuff really means. But really the rarest card in this set, these are the rarest cards in this set. Some of the rarer cards that aren't from the update set are going to be this top 10 pick autos, which is a 1 of 1, which I think is a 10 autograph booklet card. So that's going to be like your rarest card in this set. Why is that important? Just so if you get one of these cards, you know, okay, what does that mean? Well, if I got this top 10 picks autos, it's a 1 of 3. Well, I have one of the rarest cards in the set, and I need to make sure that I sell it for an insane amount of money on eBay. Or wherever you sell your cards. Now, print runs for all teams. Really, all we're looking for here is who has the most and the least 1 of 1s. All these other print runs, they're great, but it's just, let's look at the 1 of 1s. The Rangers have a 82. They have almost 30 more 1 of 1s than any other team. So screenshot that if you're chasing 1 of 1s. You should definitely buy the Rangers. You should definitely avoid these teams. There you go. The Ducks, probably avoid them. So there's that. So those are just based on 1 of 1s. I'll let you screenshot that, and you can use that in your purchases. Now, the number of cards per print run, there are 1,352 1 of 1s. That is a ton of 1 of 1s. Now, if we look at the 2s, what's a print run out of 2? We really only have 174 unique ones, which gives us 348 of them. But when we go up to like 4, now we have a lot more. So you probably actually have a better chance of getting a 1 of 4 than a 1 of 2, which is kind of crazy. Same thing with the 10. You have a better chance of getting a 1 of 10 than a 1 of 2. Well, I guess that makes sense. But you have a better chance of getting a 1 of 4. You actually have a better chance of getting a 1 of 1 than a 1, a 1 of 9. It's weird. Anyway, so there's that. And here's by team who has the most unique cards and who has the most total cards. The Blackhawks have the most cards in this set. So if you buy every single case of the Cup, you will get 10,047 Blackhawks cards, 9,000 Canucks cards. And that's what you can expect there. So what you're probably looking at as a consumer is the total unique cards. You say, oh, well, the Rangers have 215 cards in this set. No, they don't. They have 8,494 cards in this set. That's the number you should be looking at. Now, here's my simulations. So this is one case, the 20th case that I run in this simulation. I pull that out and I show it to you. Let's see. Lowest print run, I didn't get any 1 of 1s. I didn't get any 1 of 2s. Lowest I got was a 15. So that's interesting. Let's see about autos. Where are we at here? Autos. Let's do this. I think I just need to type an A in here. Yep. So the autos I got in, there's going to be a lot because this set's pretty much all autos. But what did I get here? I got, just go down this list here. Anything of note? Some of these rookies, I got a Connor McDavid chemical composition. That's cool. That's out of 399. Well, that I assumed is out of 3. I had to make some educated guesses on the print runs of some of these things. So there's what I got there. Nothing really to show. Maybe who are the rookie cards. I could get rid of this. And there you go. So that's one case. That just kind of shows you what you can expect from a case break. Well, what about if I do 20 cases? This is the team distribution by one case. So I got the most Maple Leafs, 5 of them. But let's just go straight to the 20 case break simulation. For teams, I got the most Blackhawks. That makes sense. There's the most Blackhawks cards in this set. The card I got the most of was the Blackhawks. There you go. For 20 cases, this is the breakdown. Take this screenshot. So you have your options here are to buy based on unique cards, to buy based on total cards, or to buy based on what my simulations show at total randomness. And that shows that the Blackhawks and the Canucks were the top 2 teams to buy. What about 1 of 1s? How many of those did I get? I got a whole bunch of them. I got, 3, 6, 7, 8. And I got them for these teams. So if you're chasing 1 of 1s, you can look at the chart I showed earlier that's broken down by team, how many 1 of 1s by team. Or you can look at this based on simulations. How many did I get? I got this many in 20 different cases. 20 cases. Remember that. It was 20 case breaks. So you'd have to buy 20 cases to get 8 1 of 1s. That's what I'm saying there. And you'd have to buy 20 cases to get this arrangement of autographs. I got a bunch of Rangers, Blues, Canucks. So there's the distribution of autographs that I received in 20 cases. Here's the lower teams that were received in 20 cases. For autographs, for exquisite, if you're chasing those exquisite cards, here they are in the simulation. Okay, here's the lower ones. There's they're way down there, Bruins. Memorabilia will be the last one we do. Got 8 of those from the Jackets, Blue Jackets, and etc. Take your screenshot. Printing plates. I got a couple printing plates. That's cool. Kings, Blackhawks. All right. So that's it. Use this information to inform how you buy into breaks. Hopefully this helps you, and hopefully you have great success and just make loads and loads and loads of profit if that's the type of collector you are. If not, I hope you get exactly what you're looking for and your collection becomes an immaculate work of art. Thanks everyone for watching, and we will see you on the next release.